There is a moment every grower experiences, at least once. You water your tomato plant every day, you place it in sunlight. You would even add fertilizer, thinking you were doing everything right. And yet nothing happens. Days passed, then weeks the plant just stands. They're not dying, but not growing either. Leaves look slightly tired. Growth feels frozen. And deep down you start asking yourself one question. What am I doing wrong here? Is the truth in most cases. It is not about what you are doing. It is about one small mistake. Mistake so common that even experienced growers ignore it, and this one mistake silently stops your tomato plant from growing. Not slowly, not partially, it completely blocks its ability to grow, and the worst part, it looks completely normal from the outside. Your plant may look fine, soil may look fine, watering may feel correct, but underground, something is going terribly wrong, because growth does not happen in the leaves. Growth begins in the roots, and if the roots are struggling, your plant is already stuck. Now, imagine this: your tomato plant is ready to grow, it has sunlight, it has nutrients, it has water, but the roots cannot breathe. Yes, cannot breathe, because the most ignored mistake in tomato growing is this overly compact soil that is too hard to dense, too tightened. When soil becomes compact, it suffocates your plant literally. You see, roots need oxygen just like humans. Without oxygen, they cannot absorb nutrients, they cannot expand, they cannot grow. So, even if you give the best fertilizer in the world, your plant will not use it because the roots are trapped.
In loose soil, roots spread freely to absorb nutrients. Compacted soil restricts growth, limiting plant health.
In aerated soil, oxygen from air pockets reaches the roots, enabling healthy respiration.
You water your plant
Waterlogged soil,
regularly over
oxygen.
time. The soil settles, it becomes tighter and tighter. You use garden soil directly, without loosening it or you press the soil too hard while planting, and slowly, without you realizing, you create a solid block.
Don't press soil too hard when planting.
First,
compacting the soil squeezes out air, suffocating
then growth
the roots.
Slows down, leaves stop, expanding, new shoots become smaller. The plant looks alive, but it is not progressing, and this is the dangerous stage, because many people respond by adding more fertilizer, which makes things worse because now nutrients build up in soil, but roots still cannot absorb them, so instead of helping, you are stressing the plant even more. Now, here is the interesting part: fixing this does not take weeks, it does not require expensive products, it can be improved in less than 20 hours, but only if you understand what to do. The first step is observation. Look at your soil closely. Does it look hard, cracked, or overly smooth on top when you touch it? Does it feel dense instead of soft? Try pushing your finger into the soil if it is difficult. Your roots are struggling. Healthy soil should feel loose, light, and slightly airy. Now, imagine what happens when you fix this. You allow oxygen to enter, you allow roots to expand, you unlock nutrient absorption, and suddenly, your plant wakes up. USIT literally wakes up, because now it can finally function. Now here is the simple fix: gently loosen the soil, not aggressively, not by damaging roots, just lightly break the top layer, allow air to enter. If the soil is very compact, you can carefully mix in organic material, something like compost or even dry loose soil. This creates space, and space is what roots need. Now, after loosening, do not flood the plant with water, because overwatering brings the same problem back. Instead, water lightly, let the soil remain moist but breathable. Then wait. Within hours, your plant will begin to respond. Leaves may look fresher, growth tips may become more active, and within a day or two you will notice visible change. Now, think about this: 4 weeks your plant was stuck, not because it lacked nutrients, not because it lacked sunlight, but because it could not breathe. And the moment you fix that, everything changes. This is why experienced growers focus more on soil structure than fertilizer, because soil is not just dirt, it is the environment where life happens. Now, here is something most people never realize: a healthy plant is not about adding merit, is about removing barriers. Growth is natural. If conditions are right, plants will grow on their own, but when something blocks that process, growth stops. And in tomato soil,
look at this
compaction
healthy
is
plant.
one of the biggest hidden blockers.
Let's get it
Now,
in the soil.
let me show you how to prevent this
go.
from happening. Again, always use loose, well-draining soil. Avoid pressing soil too tightly when planting. After
Healthy
watering,
roots
check
mean
if
healthy
the surface
plants.
becomes hard. If it does, gently loosen it. Again, it organic matter regularly, because it keeps soil alive and airy. And most importantly, do not confuse more effort with better results. Sometimes doing less but doing it correctly changes everything. Now, imagine your tomato plant a week From now stronger stems, greener leaves, new growth, appearing faster, all because you fixed one simple mistake. Here is the truth: most growers never discover this. They keep adding fertilizers, trying new products, blaming seeds, blaming weather without realizing the real problem was beneath the surface, hidden, silent, but powerful. Now you know, and once you understand this, you will never look at soil the same way again, because you will realize healthy roots create
Perfect
healthy
ripeness
plants
today.
and healthy soil.
This harvest is a blessing.
Healthy roots, everything starts there. So, next time your tomato plant stops growing, do not rush to add something. Instead, check what might be stopping it, because sometimes the biggest growth secret is simply allowing your plant to breathe, and once it does, it will do what it was always meant to do: grow.